70% of Uganda's population is composed of youths, and almost half of these are either unemployed, unskilled or uneducated, or even school dropouts. Those who have an ounce of education lack the opportunities to pursue their dreams, which hinders opportunities that could better their lives. The case of Speciosa Atkunda, a 24-year-old mother to a one Gladys Abomwesi, is one worth listening to. Atkunda decided to carry her cherub with her after an education opportunity in line with her interest in agriculture knocked at her door. She narrates.
The district coordinator called Guma came to our village and informed us about Good Leisure Farm that deals with agriculture, and they only wanted the youth, of which I am a youth, but I had a baby, and I had to take care of my baby because she was still young, so I had to come with my baby, loving the agriculture thing, so that I can promote my life and have a good future. Helping my village to be a good village in agriculture, making it a place of attraction, as in attracting tourists to come and see the agriculture things in the village.
Before her marriage, Atkunda explains how school dropout ordeal after a storm of dispute between her parents disrupted her education.
Some problems happened that I did not continue, and I started looking out there, here and there, looking for jobs so that I can at least find my future, a better future. So I did not go far. I just reached senior 4. Though I completed from a good school in I was, first of all, my primary, I finished it from St. Helens Primary School in Ibarra. And there I joined Immaculate Heart Nyachibale Girls Secondary School in Rukunjiri, where I finished my senior 4. There, my parents had a disagreement among themselves, for I was the firstborn and I was left out due to that disagreements about in the family. I was left out. I did not continue. After they had settled, they had to look after their young children. Okay, my siblings and me, I had to go out in the fields to look for what to do. So I completed my senior 4 in 2013, and then I started struggling, looking for jobs in some village schools, and you find you're teaching, you're earning a little amount that even could not, you find the needs that you have are more than the money that you get, the income that you get, and you find it is hectic for me at least to continue with education, and I had to stop at that, but making myself comfortable with the environment, looking for any job that I could do to make my life better.
For a married mother, one wouldn't expect the husband to let his wife live with their baby for a training miles away from his family, but Atkunda's husband was very supportive of his wife's decision.
I first informed him of what they had told me from Mr. Guma, and he loved that thing. But then when it came to the child, he said, "Where are you going to leave the child?" I said, "I'm going with my child because food is there. They will give me food to eat. I'm going to sleep. Hope if someone provides food and gives you where to sleep, gives you a drink, I can share the food I get with my baby and she will be okay." She said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm sure, because the person who informed me said it is true." And so far as now, I see that really what he informed me about Good Leisure Farm, I found it. And I convinced my husband that my child, I will take care of her so long as she is breastfeeding, and the little food I get is enough for me, for my child, and I as a mother. So he said, "Okay, you can go join the group." And he gave me some little money to look after the child, and he allowed me to come.
ya utanigira okoro kangandra neza ameza abiri kare kire mu mugoro muno okora ngata kudakukira byaro ndakubona kaje kiri omwana kwataza kumutira arko yo kire abamubuzo kutoja mo kwata kudakukora kana kudakumara ya amizima
Even though her mind was made up, Atkunda was disappointed that she could not carry on with the aggressive training in the sensitive state she was.
At first, I felt sad, scared and disappointed because I had made up my mind that I'm going to work with Good Leisure Farm with my baby the way she is, and I knew I would manage. But the problem came when they told me you cannot manage with a child. I said, but I made up my mind and I would do it with my child. So at first I was disappointed, but then after they had informed me that I can stay with my child, and they helped me change the category that I was in, because I was in for production. I came as a producer, but when I reached here, because I had a baby, they had to change me and put me in vending. So with that, I hope as the admin, so that I would manage vending with my baby, and I'm ready to manage it with my baby, for I get time for her and for the business in here, for the programs that are in here. I make sure I am in the program and I look after my baby.
However, Good Leisure Farm's operations director Anisha Nabukenya explains that as an incubation center, they aim at developing the youth as a whole. Nonetheless, her case is the first of its kind, but still they found a way around it.
On our journey to transform 500,000 youth, we leverage and appreciate social inclusion, which looks at gender, it looks at age, it looks at race, health, education status. We want our programs focus on 70% females, 100% youth, and we ensure that our economic transformation is inclusive, irrespective of whether someone is from the rural area or has been affected in one way or the other. As focusing on youth, especially young women, we know and we have experienced women that are out there in their villages, that are in their reproductive age, they have children, they have families that they have to support, and they need economic transformation or empowerment. And as Good Leisure Farm, we reach out to those communities and those women or young women and youth, and we ensure that they are supported and they do not miss out on any opportunity, irrespective of their status.
Although Atukunda stood firm in her decision, she faces challenges like effective fulfillment of her duties as a mother.
When I'm having my baby, and maybe sometimes she needs to bathe during the day, but I do not get enough time to bathe her. So I have to make sure I put in a little health for my baby, mostly in the evening and in the morning. But during the daytime, she's always with me in the main hall learning, and most probably my baby needs like resting. You find when she needs a rest, I just get some little clothes that I make her sleep, though it is not comfortable, but that is the challenge I face when the baby is going to sleep. Like when we are still in the main hall, I cannot take her to the dormitory because I'm not there to look after her. So she needs to be by my side. The problem is where I put her to sleep.
She, however, believes that she made the right choice to carry Gladys with her, because it is not just about her personal goals fulfillment, but also the love that her daughter needs from her mother.
Carrying her with me was the right choice, because my child, Gladys, is still young and she needs mother care. As in, yeah, there are people who can look after my child as long as I leave her there, but my child was too young to leave home, and I had to make sure that I go with her so that she grows up knowing the mother care, not knowing that at one time she was left. And because she's young, sometimes it affects her when she does not breastfeed. So I had to come with her, though there are people whom I would live with her, but it did not sound in a proper way, because a child in a mother's hand is better than a child who is in someone's hand, because the mother sees the child anytime, any problem that she faces, she has to see the solution.
Gladys, bye.